Welcome to the Sales Acceleration Show. I get a lot of questions around how to hire salespeople. People keep asking me, so I thought I'm gonna invite my good friend Mark, who has the most sexy voice in EMEA, absolutely for sure. And he actually, I'm gonna let you explain what you do.
Okay, well, thanks for that wonderful introduction, Michael. It is I, Mark, with the sexy voice. I'm the founder, together with Steven, of Sympl. And Sympl is an online recruiting platform for online screening and finding people. And we specialize in what we call customer-facing profiles. Yeah. So everything connected to sales,
customer success, all of
customer
these.
Success,
yeah. Inside sales?
Inside sales also.
Yeah,
SDRs.
There's an extremely amount of people wanting to hire SDRs. I'm one of them pushing that because I strongly believe in having the right model with that.
I love to hear you're our ambassador.
Yeah, but I
Michael?
can imagine it's not easy to find. It's a very specific profile.
It's a very specific profile.
So how do you do it?
I think if you specifically talk about SDRs, and for the SaaS companies we work for, they keep an open mind. They realize this is a new function.
Yep.
This is very different than anything else.
Because if you post, I'm looking for an SDR, nobody knows what it is.
No,
right?
exactly.
Or inside sales. What do you mean? Inside?
Exactly. That's a good way. That's triggering the mysticism of the function and get people on board, right? Yeah. And what customers are, what we try and convince customers of is to keep an open mind, right? You're looking for the right attitude, right? For people who are relatively young, who are in touch with everything which is modern technology, and the tools that go with it.
Do you test that, for instance, or not?
Sorry?
Would you test that kind of stuff? Because that's the classic. If you hire an engineer, you can do a test.
Yeah.
If you hire a sales, it becomes much difficult. An SDR, for instance, I ask them to phone me first, because the first touch point most of the time is a phone or an email. So I want to see if I like it or not. I mean, I would hire you straight away with that voice, right?
I should find a way of making more money with that voice.
You should start singing.
Exactly.
Barry White one day started. Anyway, come on.
It's a different show.
Yeah,
different show. Okay, but actually it's interesting what you say, because it's a bit, the medium is the message, in the sense that the way we work, where we kind of screen online, we work with chatbots, then we work with an automated video interview, which is done on your mobile. Actually, if people are going through that process, by definition, they're in touch with today's tools. They can work with chatbots. They're not anxious to talk to a camera or to use FaceTime. So actually, by using that filter and by getting people through the process, because we have some dropout during the process.
Yeah, of course.
People who kind of go through the whole thing, even if they're 35 or 23 or whatever, they're in touch with technology, they know how to work with that, they live online, and they actually communicate in that way.
Yeah.
So that's kind of your phone test is done through that system.
Yeah. And then you screen the candidates, and is there a specific pattern of questions you ask them? I mean, I know it's going to be different per role, but how do you have like a set where you say, okay, at least they need to... Do you have like so I use, for instance, a system where I have an Excel sheet, doesn't matter what, where I actually score them on certain attributes. Yeah. So I know that if, I'm just saying, a sales guy gets 70% and he works, I need to hire the same type of profile for that role. Do you use that kind of methodology, or?
It's a bit in between both.
Yeah.
So yes, it's different for every role. So we adapt that, and so we adapt that towards each role. But secondly, which is also very important to realize, is we do the pre-screening. So we pre-screen candidates, right? And we're mainly looking for attitude. You'll see on our website, we say, hire for attitude, train for skills. We're kind of starting from the positioning that we're saying, if you had the right attitude, whether you can work with that specific CRM software or that ticketing software.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
You can train the skills.
Exactly. If you have the right attitude, and that's where the video system is great. Because it's a very good way. I mean, you've hired, to your point, many different people. I'm sure a lot of the people watching have hired many people. And when you do an interview, in the first 5 minutes, you kind of know,
it's going to click or not.
This is going to work. This is the right guy for our company or not. But especially in Belgium or in Flanders or wherever you're watching, if you booked 45 minutes for an interview, even if you know after 5 minutes, this is going nowhere.
You're still gonna sit, be nice.
You're gonna
be
nice,
more American, right?
Because and it's your employer brand, and you never know.
And you lose so much time with interviewing.
Exactly.
Especially when you're growing fast.
And that's where the pre-recorded video system is great.
Yeah, I have to say, one of the companies I worked for as a consultant, they were hiring a VP of sales.
Yeah.
And they just asked, do 5 to 10 minutes on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Send it to Michael.
Yeah.
And I was amazed by it because I saw 10 and I immediately said, those 8, forget it.
Exactly.
And I knew in 2 minutes, like, I don't like him, I don't know, whatever.
And
I actually believe.
And what we see with our customers is that, on average, in the market, people have to do about 5 live interviews per hire they do. Thanks to our system, they're at 1.6.
Yeah.
So our because they can pre-screen the videos, and they can say, look, this guy, not, and it's not about the inherent quality, because some people work good for some companies, some for others, right?
Yeah, I agree.
But if you can screen with that attitude, you say, this is not the right guy for us, maybe for another team or for another company, and that's where the video is so much more than a resume.
You can send it because then you need to meet the team members, and then you can actually send it through a selection of 3, blah blah. Okay.
We work for a lawyer office, and what they do is actually, this is for their interns. All the partners have a look at the videos, and they even sometimes they watch it together. So they watch the video, they watch with all the partners, everybody gives a score, and then they compare scores. And that allows you to be much more effective within your company, to share the videos, give your comments, and actually kind of have a much more efficient way of recruiting.
And people trust people. I mean, that's how, because especially sales roles, you are customer facing, so your video becomes, because I want to see how the person looks like. If he looks like a weird person, nobody's going to trust him. He's not going to sell.
Yeah.
But you have some weird people out there.
True.
Sometimes I would get these WhatsApp messages and I'm thinking, did you ever look at yourself? I mean, just really bad also, like saying stuff that you can't say that in an interview. You would never do that in live, but on a video, hey.
Yeah.
Very strange.
True.
So what would be your advice? Imagine I wanna do this tomorrow. I wanna hire guys. I'm thinking, okay, I like this strategy. I need to ask them to send me a video. What would be your advice? Is there something specific you need to ask, something specific you need to do?
Okay, when you mean you're using our system, or you want to just do it on your own?
Just generic, yeah.
Okay.
I know your system is the best. Clearly.
Of course it is.
I'm just saying, maybe I don't have the money yet to buy your system, or I want to try a bit to see what is better, because it's not because you have the best idea that you can operationalize it, but so it would be good if you can share some advice.
Okay, I think what's important, and it's a bit counterintuitive, is that you're very specific in the questions you're asking. Instead of what I know what several companies will do is saying, look, make a video, talk a bit about yourself, why are you good for this company, and whatever. And I think what we notice is that it's actually, and that's why I call it, why it's counterintuitive, because you would think that if people get that freedom, that's what they prefer. It's on the contrary.
No,
if
they get really scared and nervous.
Exactly, because they say, oh my God.
What do you want? What do you want? Yeah. I agree.
What should I be telling him? What should I be saying him? I think if you were more stricter, you can say to people, look, these are the 3 questions, right? Answer me these 3 questions and then send it to me. That's much easier for the candidates to get on board.
I do something, once I selected a few candidates, I let them come and I feel there was something here. I actually ask them to prepare 5 slides, and I give them 5 empty slides with 1 question. Okay. And I want to see what they come up with.
And you give them before they go to the interview?
Yeah, like 3-4 days up front, I send them the presentation. 5 slides, I said, don't spend your time on graphics, I can see through that. Because I want to see how they answer, how they structure their mind, how they present. Because for any sales guy, it's important. That's the same kind of principle, it works. And I have like strange questions. One is then, how would you scale your business to, and then I just take a big amount, just to see if they can think. And and then for instance, one, what should we not do? That's a very intriguing question. And you want to see if they understand politics. Yeah. Especially the more senior the roles are, the more you want to see how good are they with politics. To saying, I mean, what should you not do is a difficult question.
And do you sometimes people say, look, Michael, I've been in the business, I know how these things works, don't try to spiel on me.
And then I say, if you know how it works, you know you need to get through those 5 questions. I just want to see how good you are.
Yeah.
You want them to present sales pitches all over the place. They should be able to present to you.
True.
And I like it because, and the funny thing happens is sometimes I have candidates, I think, I'm going to hire this guy, he's really good, or girl, doesn't matter. And then they do the presentation and I'm like, how wrong can you? This is completely off. And for me, that's actually one of the tests It's a real test, like you would do a math test for an engineer. That's a good sales test.
It's interesting because we also notice that with the CV is that sometimes you have people with a brilliant CV.
Yeah, but you can tune stuff all over the place.
Okay, there's that, right? What we have with customers is that, because of course when our customers will then get the video of the candidates, but also the CV, and we often get feedback saying, look, based on the CV, I would have invited him immediately, but I've seen the video, and vice versa. You would have people with a crappy CV, or you say, well, it's a bit, maybe not the kind of companies or the blue chip companies I was hoping for, but you see the guy or girl on video, and it works like a charm.
And I believe in SDR, in customer success, it's exactly those type of profiles. These are people that are really good with people, and they are have not the best careers, but they're actually really good in contact.
Exactly.
And I agree. I actually agree. That's really good.
And that's where the video or the Skype is a good way of kind of doing that.
Where do you think, if I can ask you like a visionary statement, where do you think where is it gonna go? I mean, you've built a company, you're building it, scaling up. Where is it gonna go? Video interviews just gonna get chatbots? I mean, chatbots, video interviews, just gonna accelerate the whole process.
I think, specifically in recruiting, or I think where it's going to go is that, and already we're taking first steps, is that everything is going to become a conversation, right?
Yeah.
And we have the Alexas of the world where you talk to your computer. I'm pretty sure, no, I'm not pretty sure, but I wouldn't be surprised that 5 years from now, we're not going to be working with video anymore, but the whole recruitment is going to be a conversation through a chat app or through voice, but that the system will become better and better and better at asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Because what everybody's trying to hit is you're trying to hit the sweet spot where you're going to ask some effort from your candidates, right? Like preparing 5 slides, but you're not going to ask them to prepare 35 slides. You're looking for a sweet spot saying, look, I want to make sure you're willing to do some effort, right? Yeah. But I'm not going to create a huge hurdle, because then you're going to say, look,
you don't want to feel guilt. You don't want them to guilt you. You want to do it the other way around, right?
True. Yeah. And I think that's going to become more and more, that's going to happen on an IT perspective, more and more through conversations.
Yeah.
Through chat, where you can ask the right questions, where it's going to be a 5 to maybe 10-minute conversation through chat, or maybe still through video. But by asking the right questions, you're going to quickly learn what those questions are, to minimize the time spent from the candidate, and to maximize the output you get as an employer from how quickly do I know this is the right guy for me.
I love it. I mean, can't wait until that happens. So, sympl.be.com?
Sympl.be.
Sympl.be with a Y. We'll put it down in the description for sure.
Perfect.
Thanks a lot, Mark. If you like what you've heard, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see a lot more content, subscribe to the channel. Mark, it was great having you. And you should start singing, man.
Thanks for that. Another great tip from Michael. Thanks, guys.